Alright, so I'm watching I guess, video. I guess it's from the Women's Lounge or whatever. Found it somehow, whatever, stumbled upon it. And they're talking about breaking barriers and overcoming stuff that happens in your life. And one of the stories that the lady said kind of hit home for me. And it hit home hard. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. It hit home really hard for me because it really hit close. Alright. So basically, she was talking about a series of events that happened in her life and just how everything kind of threw a curveball at her and she didn't know what to do. She didn't know how to go about it, how to get her life back in order because all these events happened. Well, my life kind of happened the same like that 3 years ago. Let's take it back a little bit to April of 2010. I'll give you a little intro to the story. I had a friend, best friend from childhood. Her name was Evelyn. I grew up with her. Excuse me. Grew up with her as a child, like ages 10, 11. My older childhood, excuse me, a little bit. And we did everything together. I mean, we went to movies, we went to the mall, we hung out, we did everything. I did figure skating, and she came to a lot of my shows and was like, oh, you're such a good figure skater, and she got a dog, and she named him Chucky, and still the dog's there to this day, and once I got a little older, I moved, and I lost contact with her. Sad face, right? And so, after I lost contact with her a couple years later, I decided to get in contact with her through Facebook. Found her, and I added her. She comments, oh my god, Paula! How have you been? We haven't spoken or seen each other in so long. How is everything? I told them, like, it's good, can't complain. You know, I'm going to school, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to, I'm singing at church still like I normally do, because all I've been doing the past 13 years of my life is singing at church, and singing masses and everything, and just having a blast, and whatnot. And she's like, oh, well, I'm in, first year of college, I'm almost done. She was super excited. Wanted to be a news person for E! News, basically a journalist. That was her dream. And we were supposed to meet up. We were supposed to make plans. We never did. Forward to August of that same year, 28th, she passes away in a very, very, very tragic tractor-trailer accident. Which, I just say it was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And, I just couldn't deal with it. I'm like, I grew up with her, like, what happened? And then I had to say goodbye to her at her funeral. That was the saddest part. But I had the honor of singing for it, which I, to this day, am still very grateful for singing for, because me and her were so close, so that was my way of remembering her and thanking her of being friends with me, so singing for her funeral. One of the hardest moments in my life to do. Event number 2. A month and 10 days later, my grandma from Poland dies of cancer at the age of 87. And I, at that point, was like, I just had one funeral, I can't do this anymore, so I just dropped out of school entirely, left for Poland for about a month, did some traveling in Poland, sung at my grandma's funeral. I sung Ave Maria, one song, and I know my grandma would have loved it, and that's about it. And then, we buried her, whatever. Sad. But when I got back to the States, I decided to take 1 year off from school, because I'm like, that would be too much for me to go back to school and deal with all these deaths. And I'm like, I can't do this. So I dropped out of school and worked a couple part-time jobs along the way. Forward to about last year, June 2012. June 11th exactly. I had I had gone to high school with this nice girl. She was 23. My other friend was 18. And she had a twin. And, me and her were very close. We did stuff like you're supposed to in high school. But we graduated together the same year and everything. And it's just sad. She passed away in a very tragic car accident. And she was 24. Or, excuse me, 23. There was nothing, and it was all because of not wearing a seatbelt. Really? Wear your seatbelt, guys. That's what I learned from that. I didn't get to sing her whole mass, but I got to sing Ave Maria with the thing of with the help of the organist, which was a total butt, but I got to sing Ave Maria, and that's what I wanted to do, and I wanted to sing, and another tragedy for me to do because it's hard, you know? And then this past October is my fourth tragedy in life. We had, you guys know I've been singing in my church choir for 13 years, as I said earlier. And my choir member, I was with them for about a good 13 years of my life, passed away from a heart attack at the age of 50 on October 2nd of last year. Keep in mind that I've been singing with him for almost my whole entire life, and for him to pass like that, just, I still can't process it in my mind. So basically, I still can't process it to this day. He was with us with the choir on Sunday. We had mass, we had a pizza party, and he brought the pizza, and he's like, oh, you know, where I can help you guys out, I'll help you guys the best way I can. Me and him didn't really talk, but I kind of should have said something to him, but I didn't think anything of it. And then he passes away on October 2nd, on this Tuesday morning. Crazy, guys. Crazy. And so it was our choir's obligation to sing It Is Awake, and we did, and it was hard. It was hard on all of us. And he would always, you know, laugh at me, smile with me, and just kind of say, you know, you have a beautiful voice, keep doing what you're doing. And it's hard because, you know, I've had all these events these past 3 years, and I'm just like, how do I get over it? In reality, I really can't. I have this idea that they're all on a long vacation and they're coming back. I just can't accept the fact that they're actually gone. Like, to me, they're still here in spirit in my mind. I really believe in all the medium stuff and the spiritual world. I believe in that stuff very much. I was actually at one point even thinking of going to medium and having them. I want to know what they have to say. I want to know what they're thinking. Are they proud of me? Are they not proud of me after all these years with everyone? And I want to know what my choir member has to say, because me and him never said goodbye. So I want to know, is he proud of me and what I'm doing? Is he not proud of me? But as you guys know, mediums are expensive. So I'm trying to save up money and go to that in a little bit. But I have this weird feeling that everyone comes back in like a anal form, I guess. That's just stupid of me, but so I kind of have pinpointed my grandma and Evelyn, my childhood best friend, come back in a butterfly form, and dragonflies too. And then everyone else is all dragonflies, but I've pinpointed 2 butterflies, a monarch for Evelyn and a yellow swallowtail for my grandma. Haven't quite pinpointed anything out for Jessica, my choir member, but I went, fun fact, or interesting story actually, I went camping last couple weeks ago, actually Memorial Day weekend. I went camping to Pennsylvania, I think. Yeah, Pennsylvania. No, in the beginning of the month, I went camping to Pennsylvania, and we're setting up the tent, and as the tent was set up, we're just kind of sitting there chilling, kind of gazing out into, like, the wilderness. All of a sudden, out of the blue, I get these 4 ginormous, like, big-ass dragonflies just plop their butts in the tent, and I'm like, holy shit. Pardon my language. I'm like, and I rub my eyes to make sure I'm not seeing anything. And it was true. There was these 4 ginormous dragonflies in this tent. And I spaz out, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta take pictures. So I grab my camera, and I took a couple pictures, and they were there for a good, like, 5 minutes before they flew off. And then a 5th one came looking because my boyfriend's grandma died also that same time frame and whatnot, so. Lesson of the moral is, no matter what comes in your life, guys, try to get over it. It's not easy, but that is what keeps me going every day, is seeing these butterflies and dragonflies every day, or at least every other day or something. That's what keeps me going, and that is what will keep me going, and just anything that comes my way, I will go for it, and I will do whatever I have to do. You know, I know they're with me in spirit, and they will be forever, and I will see them again very soon. They know I miss them, you know, I know that. I know that they know that, and I know that I'm proud. I know that they're proud of me for what I'm doing with my singing, so. Alright guys, sorry for an emotional video, but I just kind of have to get that out there, because I figured a video was due since I've been slacking off a bit. Alright guys, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.